I had to go change that up, man. I didn't like the way that shirt looked on there. Made me look like a bum. Ain't no poo butt. You know what I'm saying? All right. Damn it, baby. Where's the remote control at? All right, shalom, shalom. Officer Maricott here. All right, shield of wisdom. So I see a lot of debates lately, and all I want to do is give y'all some bread and butter, some straight cuts. All right, who was the Book of Romans written to? See, start there first. Start there first. Who was it written to? That means it's going to be for those people. Period. Point blank. And two, I'm not gonna break down two, but I'm just gonna say this. Y'all gotta stop allowing these apologetics to question y'all on who y'all are. Start asking them now. Who are you? Because everybody always coming up to us asking us, who are we? Can we prove this? No, they're only asking us to prove these things and who we are because they're, for one, they think we're stupid. And two, they doing that I'm white and I say so. And three, what's the three? They think we stupid. And they're doing I'm white and I say so. And what else? Three, because we're saying that they don't have salvation. So they're making it a point to make they're making a mission statement out of proving us wrong because we say they are not getting salvation. That's the only reason. If we wasn't saying they don't get salvation, they wouldn't be trying to prove that we're not the people. But because we're proving that they are not Israel nor spiritual Israel, and they don't get the salvation that we get, they want to just go and try to prove that we are. Not by straight proof, not by facts or anything, because we keep spanking them. Every time they come up, we keep spanking them. Every time. No facts, no nothing. So let's stop that. Let's stop that. Okay? Start to tell, we need to start telling them the proof who they are in the book and show with history and everything. Because there's no end of all people on earth. No end. Everybody's in there. Okay, so let's go to this quick little breakdown. Just want to go through, man. All right. Let's go to the book of Romans, chapter 1. Book of Romans, chapter 1. Paul, a servant of Hamashiach Yahushua, called to be an apostle, separated unto the gospel of the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which he had promised afore by his prophets in the Holy Scriptures, concerning his son, Hamashiach Yahushua, our King, which was made of the seed of David according to the flesh. and declared to be the Son of the Most High with power, according to the Spirit of holiness, by the resurrection from the dead, by whom we have received grace. By whom we have received grace. I just want to put this out there. Matthew 1 and 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Hamashiach Yahushua. For he shall save his people from their sins. I'm only saying Hamashiach Yahushua because he's not Greek. And that just means anointed anyways in the Greek. Anybody can contest to that. I'm just saying Hamashiach Yahushua. All right? They named him Emmanuel, but everybody called him Hamashiach Yahushua. All right? Surnamed by the Most High. Okay, so let's go back to Romans 1 and 5. By whom we have received grace and apostleship for obedience to the faith among all nations for his name. Grace and apostleship. A student. And we're going to find out, can everybody be a student? We're going to see who this grace is to. By whom we have received grace and apostleship. So those who received grace got the apostleship. Remember that, take it down, note it. So those who have grace have the apostleship. That means those students can teach. Only those students can teach these scriptures. Hey, this is Officer Marakad. Show the wisdom. So let me start off. Colossians 3:17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of Hamashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High by the Father. Basham Hamashiach Yahushua. Not Shem, Shum. Shem is one of our ancestors. All right. So let's go back to Romans. I showed you what I want to talk about, and I read what I wanted to talk about. So let's go to Romans 1 and 7. Right? Verse 6. And whom are ye also the called of Hamashiach Yahushua? By whom we have, verse 5, by whom we have received grace and apostleship. So those who receive grace and apostleship, right? And among are ye also called of Hamashiach Yahushua. So if you have grace and apostleship, right, then are you called by Hamashiach Yahushua. You gotta be these people. You gotta go to 1. You gotta go to Romans 1. You gotta prove who are the people. All right? So let's read Romans 1 and 7. Whatever you do in word and deed, do all Basham Hamashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Basham Hamashiach Yahushua. Okay? To all that be in Rome, beloved of the Most High, called to be saints, grace to you and peace from our power, our Father, and our King Hamashiach Yahushua. So let's break this down. I didn't say Lord. We don't say that. We've already been through that. We got classes and lessons on that Lord. I didn't say God because that's dog spelled backwards. I'm not finna call on that name because that belongs to Zeus. It belongs to Baalpeor. Okay? So, Romans 1 and 7. To all that be in Rome, comma, beloved of the Most High. So, who's the beloved? Let's go to Baruch 3 and 36. Come on, class. You should know this already. Zaquan be doing this. Baruch chapter 3 and verse 36. And it reads, He hath found out all the way of knowledge, and hath given it unto Jacob his servant, and to Israel his beloved. So now we know it's Israel. In the mouth of two or three witnesses may all matter be established. So I said that wrong. In the mouth of two or three witnesses may every matter be established. So I'm going to keep on going. All right, I'm going to keep on going for y'all. Romans chapter 1 and verse 7. To all that be in Rome, beloved of the Most High. We already found out in Baruch 3 and 36 that Israel is the beloved of the Most High, his servants. He had found, Baruch 3 and 36, he had found out all the way of knowledge, and hath given it unto Jacob his servant, and to Israel his beloved. Let's keep on going. Romans 1 and 7. To all that be in Rome, beloved of the Most High, which is Israel, called to be saints. Called to be saints. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 148 and verse 14. Let's get it. Psalms chapter 148, verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints. I see some. His people. Okay, go to Exodus 3 and verse 10. Let's start at 9. Now therefore, this Exodus chapter 3, verse 9. Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel is come unto me, and I have also seen the oppression wherewith the Egyptians oppressed them. Come now therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. So the Most High people is children of Israel, right? Which is us. Okay, here we go. Let's go back to the book of Romans. Let's go to Psalms 148 and 14 real quick. Psalms chapter 148, verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people. Just proved that. Exodus 3, I believe it was 18. The praise of all his saints. Prove who that was. Psalms 148, 14. Even the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Just prove that. Praise ye the Most High. So, when you go back to Romans chapter 1 and verse 7, to all that be in Rome, beloved of the Most High, Baruch 3 and 36, the Israel, which is us, the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, Panamanians, Guatemalans, El Salvadorians, and people from Honduras. Do your research, though. Right? So, beloved of the Most High is Israel, called to be saints. Prove who that is. That's two witnesses, two precepts I went to. Baruch 3 and 36, and I went to Psalms 148 and verse 14. Right? Grace to you and peace from our power, Yahweh. Peace from the Most High, our Father, which I said our power, the Most High, right? So now grace. Grace to you and peace from our power, the Most High. Grace. Let's find out who grace is for. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3. Let's probably go to 4 first. Let me see. Wisdom of Solomon. Let's go to 3 first. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, which is the law. Psalms 119, 142. For thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. And such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. Faithful in love. What is that? This is 1 John 5 and 3. For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. That's the love. So let's go back over here. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. I gotta go since I was there. Man, I should have shut my mouth. But it's all right. No, I'm not gonna shut my mouth. Psalms 119, 172. My tongue shall speak of thy word, for all thy commandments are righteousness. That's why I'm not going to stop. So let's go to Psalms 119, 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. That's why man, it keeps coming. These precepts are just there. They always roam, just get them up out of there. Swoop, get them up out of there. Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. Psalms 119, 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. Bars. And such as be faithful in love. 1 John 5, 3. Told you. For grace and mercy is to his saints. Psalms 148, verse 14. And he hath care for his elect. See how it's important to go here, man? You'll kill a lot of arguments. You will kill a lot of arguments if you just went here first. Isaiah 45 and 4. The book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and 4. Go there real quick. Isaiah, chapter 45 and 4, because you got to break that down. He is elect. Isaiah 45 and 4. Let me read this real quick to go with it. Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9. Don't go back. Stay where y'all at. Isaiah 45 and 4. Let me read this real quick. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. Psalms 119, 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. And as such as be faithful in love. 1 John 5, 3. Love shall abide with him. Because if you know the law, you're going to abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, which is us, the children of Israel. Psalms 148, verse 14. And he hath care for his elect. And that's why I went to Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 4. For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. See? Going in on it. So now let's go to Wisdom of Solomon again. And let's go to the next page. 4 and 15. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4 and verse 15. This the people saw and understood it not. Neither laid they up in neither laid they up this in their minds, that his grace and mercy is with his saints, and that he hath respect of unto his chosen. Just like that, clear cut, man. So when you go back to Romans 1 and 7, to all that be in Rome, beloved of the Most High. Baruch 3 and 36, called to be saints. Psalms, what? 148, verse 14. Grace to you and peace from our Father, the Most High Power, our Father, and who is grace? Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9. And then you can also go to Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 15. And the King, Hamashiach Yahushai. So now, when you go to Romans 1 and 5, by whom we have received grace. Who received grace? Israel. And apostleship. Who are the teachers? Israel. I just proved it. For obedience to the faith among all nations is Israel. The only ones who can have that faith and who should be talking about it is Israel. Faith among all nations for his name. See? So Paul, a servant of Hamashiach Yahushai, which Paul in Romans 11 and 1, he tells you he's a Benjamite, called to be an apostle, separated unto the gospel of the Most High, which he had promised afore by his prophets in the Holy Scriptures, concerning his Son, Hamashiach Yahushai, our power, which was made of the seed of David, which was a Judite, according to the flesh, not spiritual Israelites, and declared to be the Son of the Most High with power, according to the Spirit of holiness, by the resurrection from the dead, by whom we have received grace, by whom we, Paul saying we, him, us, by whom we have received grace and apostleship. I already showed you who grace for was. So if grace was only for Israel, that means we are the only apostles you should be listening to. So I'm going to say this, and I'm going to end it off. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah 12 and 14, and I'm going to end it right there. Jeremiah chapter 12 and verse 14. And it reads, Thus saith the Most High against all my evil neighbors, the Gentiles that are around us, that touch the inheritance which I have caused my people Israel to inherit, our land that's over there. Behold, I will pluck them out of their land and pluck out the house of Judah from among them. We got Israelites over there too, real ones, and demonian stuff. Most High gonna get them up out of there. And it shall come to pass, after that I have plucked them out, I will return. So I didn't see the Most High or Mashiach Yahushai over there doing stuff. Remember, they was gonna split the sky. What are they doing? Come on, man. And verse 15, Jeremiah 12 and 15, and it shall come to pass, after that I have plucked them out, I will return and have compassion on them. Because Hamashiach Yahushua is going to go over there and meet them in the valley of Jehoshaphat and plead with them, but not as a man. And will bring them again, every man to his heritage, to their own land. The land of Samaria that they're in right now, you're getting plucked out of there. Because Jerusalem won't grow. Every man to his heritage, and every man to his land. And it shall come to pass, if they will not diligently learn the ways of my people, and who they gonna learn from? Us. We are the apostles they have to learn from. Don't have to prove nothing to these fools. To swear by my name, the Most High liveth, as they taught my people to swear by Baal. That's why we don't say Lord or God. We don't learn, we ain't saying that no more. Then shall they be built in the midst of my people. You're going to be built in the midst of us, and we will break you to shivers. But if they will not obey, I will utterly pluck up and destroy that nation, saith the Most High. And with that, I tell you, my name is Officer Marakad, Shield of Wisdom, Norfolk. Hey, Shalom.